Okay, so I start the hat, but to be honest, I don't like it for multiple reasons. First of all, I don't like the huge gaps in between it. I want it to be a lot tighter. And second, I've done some modifications to the pattern. So we're gonna forget about this and we're gonna start over again. It's not like you're gonna see that, but just to let you know. This yarn that I have calls for a 375 to, from a 4.5 to a 5.5. I use a 4 on that one, but to be honest, I'm gonna be using a 3.5 on this one, just because, as I say, that one was really loose and I didn't like it. So we're gonna start over again with smaller one. So how you're gonna start? You're gonna start with a magic ring, which basically is you're gonna hold between your thumb and your index the yarn. You're gonna turn it around and do an X. Insert your hook underneath the first loop and then pull the other. Don't let go. I like to chain one to secure my magic ring. That doesn't mean anything. And then now, inside that magic ring, you're gonna do 3 single crochets. So there goes 1, 2, and 3. You're going to pull it close, and then you are going to straight away go and work on the next one. Okay, so we have 1, 2, and so 1. Can you see the V over there? That's 1, that is 2, and this is our 3. So you're gonna straight away go into that one, which is our third one, and here you're gonna work 2 single crochets on each. So do 1 single crochet, bring your tail with you on this. Okay, so what you do to hide your tail is you're gonna put the tail on top like that. Okay, basically. And as I say, if you get confused, again, you have 1, 2, and 3. So this is your third one. In dark yarns, it's normal to get a little bit lost. That's why we're gonna use slip stitches right now. So there goes, it's not that one. Sorry, I'm getting confused myself. There we go. So that one, and then we're gonna single crochet 1 in there. You're gonna take a stitch marker, or you can take a piece of yarn as well, that works. Then put it in there. That means that's our first one. In the same one, you're again gonna insert your hook in there, take your tail on top, and you're gonna work another single crochet in there. You're gonna go to the second one, which is here, and again you're gonna work 2 single crochets on the same one. So 1 and 2. Go to the third one, which is this one over here. Remember, that was our first one. Then again, you're gonna work 1, and then you're gonna work 2. So you should have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the one with our stitch marker is our 6. Now row 3 and 5, we're gonna single crochet around this 6. So you're gonna straight forward go to the next one, and then you're gonna make 1 single crochet in there. And again, you're going to mark it. So take this off. There we go. That's our first one. We're gonna mark it up again. And I will suggest you take your row counting for this one, because like that you will know all the time where we are. So right now we are in what it is, row 3. Mark it as row 3. So the first one is done. You're gonna go to the second one, and then you're gonna do again in there, bring your tail. You're about to finish hiding it, or at this point you could also cut it. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You finish 3, you move to 4, and then you do it again, and then you do 5, and I see you for, I'm about to start row 6, so I'm gonna change this to row 6. Now on row 6, you are going to do 2 single crochets on the first stitch. So 1 and 2. Take your stitch marker, move it to the first one. So that's 1. There is our first one. This is our first one over in here. And now you're going to single crochet on the rest. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, that's how it should look so far. So that's row 6, and you're finishing it with 7 stitches. For row 7, we are going to do 1 single crochet on the first one. So there we go. Let go of your stitch marker now that you're inside. So there was our first one. Then you're gonna do 1 single crochet in the next 2. So 1, so you've done 3 single crochets to start, and 2. There we go. Now on the next stitch, you're gonna make 2 single crochets on the same one. So 1 and 2 on the same. You should have 3 left. 1, 2, and 3. And there you're gonna do 1 single crochet each. So 1, 2, and 3. That's row 7. And you're finishing with 8 stitches. We move to row 8. In row 8, we are going to do 2 single crochets on the first one. So here goes 1. We move it. Oops, it fell down. Got it. So we put our stitch marker over in there. So that goes 1, and then on the same one, we're gonna do a second one. So 2 stitches on the first one. Now you're gonna do 3. 1, 2, and 3. And you're gonna repeat again. On the next one, you're gonna do 2 together. So 1 and 2. And the last 3, you're gonna do them individually. So 1, 2, and 3. There we go. So that finished row 8 with 10 stitches. Now for row 9, we are gonna do 1 single crochet on the first one. Let go of your stitch marker now that you introduce it and you know where you're working. 1 single crochet on the first one. 1 single crochet on the next one. 2 single crochets together on the next one. So 1 and 2 single crochets on the next one. And then 2 single crochets individually. So 1 and 2, and we repeat again. This is the whole pattern, okay? So you're gonna do 1 and 2, 2 together, 1 and 2, and then you have 2 left. So what you have to do is 1 individually. So 1, sorry, the stitch marker is kind of on the way, I'm so sorry, and that's 2. So you have repeat that repetition twice, okay? Now we move to row number 10, and in row number 10, we are gonna do 1 single crochet on the first one. There we go, 1 single crochet in there. We move the stitch marker to here. Now you're gonna do on the next one, you're gonna do 2 together. So it's an increase. So 1 and 2. Then in the next one, you're gonna make only one, and you're gonna repeat again. On the next one, you're gonna make two, and like that all the way around. While I'm doing this, I would like to let you know that all of my patterns are available on my website. You have the whole pattern available in there. And as well, I have something really amazing coming up this year, which is you're gonna have the opportunity of purchasing a starter kit. That means you're gonna receive a box in your house where I'm going to send you all the materials needed for one project of your choice, and all of the things together with a written pattern, hooks, stitch markers, tapestry needle, everything that you will need to complete it. The only thing you have to do is check it out on my website or comment down below "I want," and I will send you the link. Once we finish row number 10, this is how it's starting to look like. We're gonna move to row 11. And by now, you should have 18 stitches. For row 11 and 12, I'm going to let you on your own. And you're going to do one single crochet around for all those two. And I'm going to see you on row 13. So this is how it looks by row 13. 12 just finished. Let's do 13 now. So in 13, you're going to do on the first one, 2 single crochets together. Let's put back our stitch marker on the first one, which is this one over in here. After that, we're gonna single crochet in the next 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You're gonna do another increase, which is 2 single crochets together, and then again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That's the end of row 13. Row 14, I'm gonna let you do it on your own. Pause the video, and it's all single crochets around. Right now you have 20 stitches just for you to count, and I see you on 15 to do again more increases. Now we're gonna do 15, so we're gonna move our marker, 15. For 15, you're gonna first single crochet on the first one to be able to move our stitch marker over in here. There we go. Now we're gonna do 3 more, and in total you're gonna have 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Once you've done 4, you're gonna do 2 together on the next one. And then you're gonna do 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then again, we're gonna repeat 1, 2, 3, and 4. Increase 1 and 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that's the end on row 15. For row 16, pause the video. I'm gonna let you do it on your own. You're gonna single crochet around, and now you have 22 stitches. Now it is time to move to row 17. And in row 17, we're going to do, in the first one, 2 single crochets together. So 1 and 2. Let's move our stitch marker over to here. Now you're gonna do 10 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Now 2 single crochets together. So 1 and 2. Now 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, that's row 17 that you're finishing right now with 24 stitches. Let's move to row 18. And in row 18, you're going to start by doing single crochets on the first 8 stitches. So you start with the first one, let go. Then you go to, the next one. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now you're gonna do trebles. Treble is when you wrap your yarn twice on your hook, okay? And you insert it in there, pull over, you have 4, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's 1 treble. You're gonna do 2 trebles in the same stitch for the next 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, you're gonna make 2 trebles on each. And while I do so, I have something else to announce for you. I have something really special for the people that they watch all of these videos and they're like, I will want to do all of that, but I have no idea how to do it. Or I know a little bit and I would like to upgrade myself and get better. Well, this year I have, starting from February, I'm going to start doing courses and master classes where I'm going to teach you everything that you need from scratch on the world of crochet. You're gonna learn one-on-one with me how to do different projects, and then you can also do the masterclass where you're gonna learn how to do the social media as well, to put all of your work out there in the world, and then be able to know how to do taking pictures, putting prices to your projects, and promote it out there, selling it, everything. It's gonna be inside the masterclass. And if you're interested, I have a limited amount of spaces available by now. So the only thing you have to do is comment down below, I need, and I'm gonna send you the link straight away, or you can find it on the description box down below. Once we've done our stitches, that it was the 8 single crochets and then the 4 groups of trebles. Now we are going to do half double crochet on the next 4 stitches. So that's yarn over, insert it on the hook, pull over, you have 3, yarn over, pull through 3 of them. And then again, you only have to do 1, okay? So then we are going to do 2, 3, and 4. By the way, if you want to know how to do the stitches, on the description box down below, you're going to find a link that will take you how to learn how to do these stitches slower and in a more different way of teaching you, okay, rather than this quick. Now, again, you're going to do 2 trebles on the next 4 stitches. So there we go again. We're going to do them all for you here. There we go. And as I was mentioning with the courses and the master classes, I have one specific course that you will be able to get a kit with all the materials and all the things needed for the 4-week course. That's how long is our courses, 4 weeks. And then over there, we're gonna do all those patterns together And then you will be able in 4 weeks, I can guarantee you, of putting yourself out there and start selling any project that you will want to. So as I say, you only have to comment down below, I need, and I will send you the link straight away to sign in. So once you've done the stitches, you can always count it as easy. Do you see how it goes up and down? So you can see over here we have 1 group, 2, 3, and 4. And once you've done that, you should have 4 stitches left on your project. So those are going to be single crochets. So that is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you're finishing row 18 with 32 stitches. Can you see how we are starting to create the shape? There you go. This is how it looks for row 18. Let's move to row 19. So in row 19, you're going to start by doing, again, 8 single crochets on the first 8 stitches. So it's 1 single crochet per stitch. So move your stitch marker again. There we go. That's our first one. And then we're going to do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, same like before, 6, 7, and 8. And here we arrive to the top of our trebles from before, remember? So here, you're going to do something different, that is do 2 single crochets together. So you're going to insert your hook in there, pull over. You have 2, you're supposed to yarn over and pull, but no. You're going to go on the next one, and then you're going to do the same, and then you're going to close it together. Okay, now you're going to repeat this 4 times. So means you're going to go in the next one, and then you're going to do the same. So let's say we're doing these stitches together on top of the same trebles that we've done before, just to let you know where we are and where we are going, okay? Once you've done that, the half double crochets from before, now you're going to single crochet them. So it's 1, you go to the next one, 2, 3, and 4. After you've done that, we're going to repeat again. You're going to go on the first treble and the second together, and then you go again to the next one together, and then you go in the next one. So it's 4 times together, and then you go in the last trebles and together. Now, how are you going to finish this row? It's by doing the last 4 stitches like before as single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that is the end of our row number 19. And we are ready to move to what it will be row 20. And by now we have 24 stitches. Now we are moving to row number 20. So for row number 20, what we are going to do is we're going to insert our hook again. Now we're gonna single crochet in the first 3 stitches. So do 1 single crochet in there, move your stitch marker. As you can see, it's really good that you're stitch marking all the time, so you know how many stitches you have left and you make sure you're okay. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. Okay, after that you're gonna do 2 single crochets on the next one. So 1 and 2. Now you're gonna do single crochet on the next 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is one set. Okay, now you need to do it again. So you're gonna do 1, 2, 3. Here you're gonna do your increase, so means 2 single crochets on the same space. And then remember, now was 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We start again. 1, 2, 3, 2 together on the next one. 1 and 2. And now we should have 4 left. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. This is how is it looking. We're moving to row number 21. And we're going to start by single crochet 8. So start from the first one, move along while I'm moving my stitch marker, or if you are doing like me, let's move the stitch marker together. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. There we go, my first 8. In the next one is 2 together, so that's 1 and 2. If it's really complicated for you to do it like this, you could always just turn this around and then you will be able to do it this way, okay? It's entirely up to you. I'm used to do it this way, so that's why I'm doing it like this. But maybe I'm gonna do one round like this. Maybe, let me know in the comments if you see better when I turn my projects around, okay? So right now, remember we have done 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2 together. And this, we are gonna repeat it all over again. So we are doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 2 together, 1 and 2. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and our last stitch left is the 2 together, and that completes row number 21. Row number 22, pause here and do a whole round. By now you have 30 stitches, so do one single crochet around of 30 stitches, and I see you for row number 23. For row number 23, we are going to start by doing 14 single crochets. So we're going to do our first one, move our stitch marker. There we go. And you're going to do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. After you've done the 14, you're gonna do 2 half double crochets on the next 10. So we're doing 1, and then we're doing another one on the same, and you're gonna do this 10 times. So that is 2, that is 3, that is 4, that is 5, that is 6, that is 7, that is 8, 8, that is 9, and that is, and that is 10. And on the last 6, you're just gonna single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'm gonna show you how it's looking so far. So that is so far how is our hat looking right now by row 23. And you have 40 stitches. Now let's move to row number 24. So we're gonna move our mark 24. And then now you're gonna repeat something quite similar. Again, if you prefer to see it like this, we can flip it around. So you're gonna first start by doing the 14 single crochets. So you're gonna start with your first one. You're gonna mark it up over into here. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14, which is exactly next to where we've done the half double crochets. And then now you're gonna do 20 half double crochets. So then you yarn over, insert it in there. There goes one, and in the next one, another one. So you're doing 20 just single ones, yeah, on each stitch. So there's 3, then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And now you should have your 6 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that completes row number 24. This is how we are looking at it so far. On row number 24, let's move to row number 25. So for row number 25, which right now we have 40 stitches, we're gonna decrease again, okay? So you're gonna start by your first 14 single crochets. That doesn't change. I'm gonna change only this. That's a change. One row change. Move your stitch markers. So from there, we move to here. So there goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. After you've done that, you're gonna do single crochets together 10 times, which means now you're gonna take this one and you're gonna put them together, all those 20, okay? So they're gonna become 10 again. So there is 1, there is 2, 3, 4, oops, I got tangled. There we go again. And then here we go again. If you lost count, you could just simply go and then look 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm on the 6th there. Then next one is number 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you should have your last 6 single crochets like usual. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And again, I'm going to show you so far. How is it looking? There we go. That's how it looked by row number 25. Now we're going to move to row number 26. And in row number 26, we are going to increase again. So we're going to start by doing 9 single crochets. So move your stitch marker, do 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, after you've done that, you're gonna do 2 together. So 1 and 2, and you're gonna repeat this again around, and I'm gonna see you at the end, and you should have 32 stitches by. I have moved my stitch marker already to 27, my stitch counter. For row number 27, we're gonna do until 30 together, and then from there, it all depends how big you wanna do this hat, okay? So 27, you're gonna start by doing 5 single crochets. So here comes the first one. Move your stitch marker to that stitch over there. There we go. And then we're gonna do 5 in total. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you're gonna do 2 together. So 1 and 2. And to finish this group, you do 5 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you repeat again. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2 together. And now, if it's easier to tell you, you don't have to do 10 together and then increase and then 5. And I see you when you finish to move on to row number 28. And by this round finish, you should have 36 stitches. This is how it looks so far by the end of row 27, 36 stitches. Let's move to row number 28. Row number 28, you're gonna start with 2 single crochets on the first one. So you do 2 in there. Move your stitch marker to there. Now, after you've done 2 like that, now you're gonna make 11 single crochets. So you're gonna make 1 and 2, and you're gonna repeat this around, okay? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And then again, 2 together, 11, and then in total you should have 39. So row 28 is finished. You should finish with 39 stitches, and you should finish in 11 single crochets, because in the stitch marker, remember, that's when we did the 2 stitches together. Let's move to row number 29. Row number 29, we are going to do 12 single crochets. So you're gonna start on the first one. There is 1. Mark it up again. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now you're gonna do 2 together, and you're gonna repeat this around, and we're gonna finish with 42. Okay, that's the end of row number 29. Now for row number 30, you're gonna do it on your own, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna single crochet around the 42 stitches that we have. So this is how it look by row number 30. Just to make you aware, here we have the mouth and here we have the eyebrow bit where will be the eyes. I'm doing this as an example, and then I'm gonna modify this. You're gonna see that on the written pattern for like a full head. Right now, we're just making this on a way to create how is it gonna be, and this one can be something for decoration. That's how I'm putting it online. So far, I will suggest, if you want it bigger, what I'm going to suggest is in the row where we start doing all of these stitches, just making it lower. Okay, so all these eyes will come lower, and then also the mouth. So do more rows here of increases, bigger and bigger, until you do this. If it's gonna be a full head for like kids or something like that. Once you've done that, you're gonna come to here. Obviously now I'm gonna continue counting by the stitches that we already have. So what you're going to do, working only on the front loop, okay, the front loop is the one facing you. You're gonna do 2 single crochets on the first one. So there goes one here and one here, okay? Then you're going to mark this up. There is our first one. There we go. Now you're going to do 6 front loop single crochets on the next 6 stitches. So you're gonna come here, and then you're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then you're gonna repeat again. Here you're gonna make 2, so 1 and 2. Now we're moving to row number 32. Row number 32, you're gonna work both of the loops this time. We're doing the brim of the hat, okay? So you're going to do 3 single crochets. So 1, move the stitch marker there. 2 and 3. Now you're gonna make 2 together, 1 and 2. Then 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you're gonna repeat again, 3, 2, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 2 together, 1, 2. Now 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and finish along your way. I see you at the end. So this is the end of row number 32, and we have, in this case, 54 stitches. It depends how big or small you're doing this, okay? Now, row number 33, you're going to do 8 single crochets. So we move the stitch marker on the number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. On the next one, you're gonna do an increase, 1 and 2, and you're gonna repeat along 8, 2, 8, 2, all the way until the end. Let's move to row number 34. This is how is it looking so far. And row number 24, you're gonna start by doing 2 single crochets on the first one. So 1 and 2. Move your stitch marker. We are reaching the end. In this case, for this one, is only 37 rows, okay? We are in row number 34. So 2 single crochets together, and now 9 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 stitches, 2 together, and repeat again all the way around, and I see you at the end to do number 35. Okay, this is where we are at row 35. Sorry, 34. Now we're moving to row number 35. And for that, we are going to start with 3 single crochets. So 1, move your stitch marker. 1 goes there. 1, 2, and 3. Now 2 single crochets, so 1 and 2, and then 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and we repeat again 3, 2, 7. So 1, 2, 3, increase, do 7, and then repeat that all the way around 3, 2, 7. So far, if you're doing this pattern, you should have 72 stitches. Now we are going to row number 36, which is nearly the last one, and we're gonna do 10 single crochets, 2 together and 1 single crochet. That's the repetition. So we're gonna start by 10. So do your first one. There we go, the first one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. After you've done the 10, we're gonna do 2 together, so 1 and 2, and now you're gonna do 1 single crochet on the next one, and we repeat again 10 to 1, 10 to 1, all the way until the end, and I see you for the last row. Okay, last but not least comes row number 37, which is our last one. And for that, you're gonna do a repetition. You have 78 stitches by now, okay? You're gonna do, on the first one, 2 single crochets together. Move your stitch marker, because even if it's the last one, you wanna make sure you know where you started and where you finished. There we go, we mark it in there. And here you're gonna do now 12 single crochets. So that goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Then you're gonna do 2 together, and then again 12, 2 together, 12, 2 together, and you will have finished. And you should finish like this if you're doing the pattern with me, with 84 stitches. Okay, so once you reach this one, comes the time to slip stitch on your first one, and then that will be the end. So right now we can remove our stitch marker, and just for the purpose of showing it to you before I sew it all and everything, I don't really like to do that in camera, to be honest. So this is it. Now you could either just leave it like this, because obviously when you put it standing, it kind of gives the shape of the face, but you could as well fold this inside, so you kind of pinch it, and then you could stitch it on either side of the mouth, where we've done the increase before, over and in there, and then you will create bigger the shape of the face. Same like you can take a pinch in here and as well do the eyebrows. This is just a modification of however you want to do it. So far, I just want to show to you how to do these hats. And then I'm gonna explain you something. If you were to do these hats, I'm even gonna fill it up right now with the rest of my yarn while I'm talking to you before I go, which is, if you were to do this with a thicker yarn, a bigger hook and everything, you might not have to modify this hat at all. It will be the bigger size, but you can see, look at my palm, you can see the size, okay, of this is not that big, like it can rest on my palm. So it's not for a person, it's more of a decoration thing, and that's why I wanted to do it, to decorate my children's bedroom. So if you were to use a thicker yarn with a bigger hook, obviously it will look a lot bigger. If you have the same type of yarn than me and the same type of hook, means it will look slightly the same or slightly bigger. Suggestion is start the same way, and then when you reach here, rather than continue doing the eyes, whatever, you will continue falling down, and then you will put this more in here so you can make it bigger, if that makes any sense. Anyway, I'm gonna have available on my website the pattern, and then you're gonna have the decorative size, children's size and adult size for all of this, following this type of yarn, okay, which is a yarn of that thickness. If you were to have something thicker, it will be different, okay? That's why I always like to do samples, and then I can see how it is, and this is how I play with my patterns. Basically, I do this, and then I'm like, okay, let me see if I change this, let me see if I change that before I give the patterns to you. So anyway, thank you so much for passing by. Don't forget to give us a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, to press the notification bell, and to check all the information on the description box down below, because there's a lot more to come really soon. So have a lovely time, and I'll see you soon.